APC crisis. I'm ready to go, Adamu tells associates. As talks about the imminent sack of the national chairman of the APC, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, pervades the atmosphere, the former governor of the Nasarawa state has confided in some political associates that he was ready to relinquish the office. Adamu, who confided in one of his political associates, said, "What is it in politics I have not achieved?" Meanwhile, the party has started shopping for the replacement of Adamu, as some persons from the North Central Zone have been consulted. One of them, who spoke on the condition of anonymity, said that he has been consulted to consider replacing the APC national chairman, but he declined. The APC national chairman trouble started right from the time he said the APC national leader, who was later the president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was going to be punished for speaking derogatorily against former President Buhari during his APC campaign for the presidential ticket. And he was alleged to have derided from former President Buhari. You know what is funny? I think it's good to keep yourself informed, but I personally just think there's no... Why do we care? At this point, it's literally catching up with like Nigerian celebrities, because these individuals are not focused. That's the thing. A lot of the time, look at the news that we receive. It's never about, a new bill. If we're arguing about a new law that's going to be put in place, okay, great conversation to have. But we've left the presidential ordeal, all that, and we're talking about basically family affairs within political parties. And the truth remains, we will never ever know the truth. And that's why indulging ourselves and interpreting what went on and who was sacked and who wasn't sacked, I'm like, it might as well be a reality TV show. And these are basically celebrity politicians, because what now happens is it literally brings Nigerians to discuss and it brings Nigerians to discuss and have conversations and talk here and there. It's very shameful and embarrassing, because you're siding with individuals that work against you. Like, I don't understand, right? You say this person is this, I believed in them, they're my mentor. And then in the next elections, what now happens? They jump to another party. Then what do you say? You're the one who's left to look like a fool. Because the people that parade themselves as enemies and fighting each other all the time, in the next season will be best friends and in fact lead a whole campaign together. So what does that actually mean? So what does that do for you? Because you have people literally defending these politicians with their lives, and you're thinking, since when? But you can also tell the difference between the PDP and the APC, because what I actually find interesting is the APC actually had very strong issues going into the election. But, with why they won, no one knew about the fact that the party was literally almost breaking down. And then you look at the PDP, who literally, just from the primaries, started breaking down. You have Wike, going to meetings here and there, showing disloyalty to their party, as they say. And you're like, so you think, wow, PDP so disorganized, so this. And APC was just as disorganized and had problems, but they were just focused on winning the election, which they did. So I was actually going to say, wow, very interesting. I could comment that, because it's not all the time you hear that with political parties, they are very focused on achieving their aim. If their aim is for the good of the people, okay, fine, that's great. But you can tell with the APC, they definitely kept the united front. Oh my days. Very, very surprising, but they did, even up till winning the election. Let Adamu go. When Tinubu won the presidential primaries, Adamu viewed it against the will of the APC as a party. But doesn't matter. They can fight against each other. Now Tinubu is president, so what now happens? It's just discussions here and there, making stories here and there, saying this person is this person is that, this person did this. And I'm like, conversations that we should have, of course, because people are engaged in these conversations, this conversation is trending, that's why we can then discuss it. But at the core of it, if our attention is going into, what is happening in these political parties, like it's our business, or like would ever even know the real truth or the real context of what is happening, then, fine. But we'll never know this. So why we're stressed about facts that we don't even know if it's true or not? It's interesting. And I promise you, not even I promise you, you already know yourselves that are listening. You know by the next year in the next 4 years, when the elections come round again, these people will be best friends and it would be as if nothing ever happened. So personally, I don't think, yes, you can analyze, but analyze it from a point of almost like, can you believe this? Can you believe that? Nothing new is happening. It's just the same issues again, disloyalty, lack of planning, organization. It's the same. So it's like, it's different people, it's different storylines, but at the root comes down to the exact same thing: sycophants, corruption, selfishness, greediness. It's like, what else? What else is new? What can we talk about? And that's why I say we have to be very careful when we put our minds to having these kind of conversations, because in the country there's so many killings going on. There's so many ethnic and tribal tensions. You have the DSS flouting court orders like it's nothing, undermining the judicial system. You have people in the north, obviously the headsmen have resumed their work, the unknown gunmen have resumed their work. You have Nnamdi Kanu still in custody. It's been almost 2 years. You have the former CBN governor Emefiele in custody. You have so many people in custody, and you're like, are we just going to forget that these people are being held against them? It's like political kidnap, but everyone leaves it alone. So it's like, there's so many conversations we could have, and we're talking about APC and its internal dealings, like as if the party itself is doing anything at the moment to help make decisions that will better the country. No, it's just discussion and talk for the sake of it again. Put what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.